On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples:
Pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Magnificent.
Extremely beautiful and impressive, grand or noble in thought or deed.
Examples:
A magnificent plan. A magnificent mountain. The magnificent scene of the glacier is awe-inspiring.
Prehistoric.
Belonging to or existing in times before recorded history, no longer fashionable.
Examples:
Prehistoric settlements. Prehistoric times. Scientists often fail to date archaeological or prehistorical findings.
Desert.
Arid land with little or no vegetation, often covered with sand or rocks.
Examples:
Desert basin. Oasis in the desert. This region is predominantly desert.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Whimsical.
Unusual and not severe in a way that might be funny or annoying, determined by chance or impulse or whim rather than by necessity or reason.
Examples:
Whimsical reasons. A whimsical person. Much of his painting has a whimsical quality.
Shadow.
A dark area or shape cast by an object blocking the passage of light, an area in darkness or shade, a reflected image or copy of something, a person, activity, or influence that follows or accompanies someone or something closely and persistently, often in a secretive or ominous manner.
Examples:
Shadow cast. Shadow puppetry. The tree cast a shadow over the picnic area, providing relief from the sun.
Laughter.
The act or sound of laughing.
Examples:
Laughter all around. Bring laughter. Some doctor says laughter is the best medicine.
Scratch.
To cut or damage the surface of something or the skin with a sharp or pointed object. Scratch off a name. Scratch my signature. Don't scratch your mosquito bites.
Cattle.
Cows, bulls, and buffaloes that are raised for their milk or meat as farm animals.
Examples:
Cattle barn. Cattle hide. The cattle are on the grassland and grazing.
Hippopotamus.
Also hippo, a large, mostly herbivorous mammal native to sub-Saharan Africa, with a bulky, rounded body, short legs, and large head and mouth, which inhabits rivers and lakes and is known for its aggressive behavior and territorial nature.
Examples:
Hippopotamus habitat. Giant hippopotamus. The zoo has a new hippopotamus exhibit that popularly attracts families.
Giraffe.
A tall African mammal with a very long neck and legs, typically with distinctive brownish-yellow fur and dark patches, an animal often found in zoos and wildlife preserves.
Examples:
Giraffe pattern. Giraffe exhibit. The giraffe's long neck makes reaching leaves high up in the trees easy.
Engraving.
A design or picture made by cutting lines into a metal plate or stone, especially for printing.
Examples:
A wood engraving. Engraving tools. The intricate engraving on the silver vase was a work of art.
Intricate.
Having many different parts and small details that all work together.
Examples:
Intricate details. Intricate lacework. The politician managed to deal with that intricate issue.
Carve.
To create something by cutting wood or stone to turn sharply.
Examples:
Carve a statue. Carve my name on the plate. This statue is carved from a single tree trunk.
Admire.
To have regard for or respect for someone's qualities or the actions they have performed.
Examples:
Admire the subtlety of the distinctions. Admire kids with attitude. We all admire him because he is a nobleman.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
Majority of his wealth. Material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Bounty.
A reward offered for capturing or killing someone or for accomplishing a specific task.
Examples:
Cash bounty. A bounty on exports. The bounty hunter was hired to capture the notorious criminal and bring him to justice.
Importance.
The quality of being important and worthy of note.
Examples:
A man of importance. high importance. I stopped by the branch though I have no business of importance.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples.
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples.
Have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Expanse.
A substance, such as water or oil, that flows freely and is neither a solid nor a gas.
Examples.
Vast expanse. Large expanses. She looked over the immense expanse of the sea.
Pregnant.
Having a baby or young animal developing in the uterus.
Examples.
Needs of pregnant women. A silence pregnant with suspense. She vacated the position when she got pregnant.
Creature.
A living being, especially an animal.
Examples.
Creature of habit. Artificial creature. The deep-sea creature was unlike anything the scientists had ever seen before.
Hybrid.
Composed of different elements or mixed characters.
Examples.
New hybrid system. An interspecific hybrid. The mule is a hybrid between a male donkey and a female horse.
Fierce.
Severe and violent in a way that is frightening.
Examples.
Fierce competition. A fierce animal. The fierce thunders echoed across the plain.
Feminine.
Relating to women, having the features or appearance often associated with women.
Examples.
Add a feminine touch. The sacred feminine. For a classically feminine style, the dress mixes sophisticated lines with an appealing floral design.
Sight.
The ability to see anything that is seen.
Examples.
An unexpected sight. Dull sight. Many famous sights are within walking distance.
Desire.
A strong feeling of wanting to have or do something.
Examples.
Unsatisfied desire. Fleshly desire. Low sexual desire typically correlates with low testosterone levels.
Distaste.
A feeling that something is unpleasant or unacceptable.
Examples.
Having a strong distaste. Popular distaste for corruption. She grimaced in distaste when someone said the insulting words.
Divinity.
The state or quality of being divine, the state of being a god or goddess, the study of religious beliefs and practices.
Examples:
An indwelling divinity. Divinity degree. The ancient civilization revered the divinity of the god.
Decrepitude.
A state of being worn out or weakened by old age, illness, or hard use, the condition or process of becoming feeble, infirm, or dilapidated.
Examples:
The decrepitude of old age. Physical decrepitude. The old abandoned house was in a state of decrepitude, with broken windows and a sagging roof.
Belong.
To be the property of someone or something, to be a member or part of a group, to be in the proper or appropriate place.
Examples:
Belong to different species. Belong to a group. All the books in this section belong to the library's rare collection and must be handled carefully.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Representation.
The act of speaking, acting, or being present on behalf of someone officially, a statement of facts and reasons made in appealing or protesting.
Examples:
Sales representation. Binary representation. A person who has been declared incompetent should have legal representation.
Presence.
The fact or state that someone or something exists, occurs, or is present.
Examples:
The evidence of the presence. His majestic presence. The path to a solid online presence necessitates a high technical ability.
Wholesome.
Good for or likely to improve your health, conducive to or characterized by physical or moral well-being.
Examples:
Wholesome ingredients. Live a wholesome lifestyle. His honesty wielded a wholesome influence on those around him.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Reclaim.
To take back something previously lost, given, or paid, or ask to have it back.
Examples:
Reclaim a competitive position. Reclaim land from the sea. You may be entitled to reclaim some tax.
Celebrated.
Renowned for possessing admirable attributes.
Examples:
Celebrated artist. Celebrated paper. 3 celebrated tenors performed during the president's inauguration.
Independence.
Freedom from another's or others' control or influence.
Examples:
Financial independence. Independence ceremony. There is nothing more valuable than independence and freedom.
Tyrannical.
Using power or authority over people, especially in a specific country, group, etc., in an unfair and cruel way.
Examples:
A tyrannical government. A tyrannical parent. Tyrannical Hollywood film moguls can easily rule the movie star's career.
Skeleton.
The structure of bones in a human or animal body, or a framework of bones or other material that supports a plant.
Examples:
The steel skeleton of a building. Skeleton hand. Scientists studied the ancient skeleton to learn more about the creature's anatomy.
Colonial.
Of or relating to a colony, equals a territory that is controlled by a more powerful country, to the period of time during which a country or region was a colony.
Examples:
Oppressive colonial rule. Colonial style. The city has a rich colonial history, with many historic buildings and landmarks.
Trauma.
An emotional wound or shock often has long-lasting effects caused by a highly upsetting or shocking experience.
Examples:
Psychic trauma. Trauma care. Many civilians have suffered trauma as a result of the war.
Rattle.
To make or cause to make short, successive, sharp, and loud sounds.
Examples:
Rattle along a road. Rattle and bang at the door. The vast earthquake caused the house to rattle.
Closet.
A small room or cabinet with a door used for storing things, especially clothes.
Examples:
Closet full of suits. Walk-in closets. He brushed the suit before hanging it back into the closet.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Coup.
A sudden, violent, and illegal seizure of power from a government, an impressive or successful action or achievement.
Examples:
Coup plotters. Military coup. The Prime Minister was arrested and charged with treason after he was found to be involved in the coup.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
Increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Paranoid.
Unreasonably or obsessively believing that other people do not like you or want to harm you.
Examples:
Paranoid about issues. Paranoid disorder. A paranoid person may have delusions that people want to harm.
Authoritarian.
Characterized by strict, absolute control and obedience to authority or rules, dictatorial and lacking in personal freedoms or individual rights.
Examples:
Authoritarian practice. Authoritarian government. The authoritarian leadership style left no room for dissent or alternative opinions.
Restriction.
A limitation or constraint placed on something, or the act of limiting or constraining something.
Examples:
Nutritional restriction. Restriction on trade. The restriction on travel during the pandemic made it difficult for people to see their loved ones.
Disappear.
To cease to exist or be visible.
Examples:
Disappear without a trace. Disappear after a week. They watched the train disappear into the distance.
Journalist.
A person who collects and writes news stories or articles for newspapers, magazines, radio, television, or other online media.
Examples:
A China-based journalist. Journalist on a magazine. Foreign TV crews and journalists can go as they please in various locations during the Olympics.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Render.
To bring someone or something into a particular state, to provide something such as service, help, etc.
Examples:
Render an assessment. Render the contract void. The jury must render a decision on this complex case.
Invisible.
Impossible or nearly impossible to see.
Examples:
An invisible asset. Invisible stars. The phenomenon is invisible at optical wavelengths.
Silent.
Without any or little sound.
Examples:
Silent reading. Give silent consent. The politician remained silent despite intense media scrutiny.
Fearless.
Having no fear, brave.
Examples:
Fearless attitude. Fearless bravery. The fearless firefighter rushed into the burning building to save a trapped child.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples:
Immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
Environmental determinant. A determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Ancestral.
Related to or connected with members of your family from the past.
Examples:
An ancestral graveyard. Ancestral roots. The ancestral home has been in the family for generations.
Cacophony.
A harsh, discordant mixture of sounds, a jarring or unpleasant noise or combination of sounds.
Examples:
Cacophony of sound. Emotional cacophony. The construction next door has created a constant cacophony of drilling and hammering.
Disorient.
To make someone confused about where they are or where they should go.
Examples:
Disorient his audience. Disorient and wrong-foot viewers. Several studies have indicated that human activity at sea might disorient dolphins and whales.
Dusty.
Covered with or characterized by dust, having a dry, powdery texture or appearance, having a lot of dust or dirt in the air.
Examples:
Dusty road. Dusty bookshelf. The abandoned warehouse was covered in a thick layer of dusty debris.
Creative.
Relating to or involving the use of skill and original and unusual ideas to create something.
Examples:
Creative writing. Barren of creative spirit. All the supervisor has to do is assign tasks that make his subordinates more creative.
Rhythm.
A strong, regular, repeated pattern of sounds, words, or musical notes that are used in music, poetry, and dancing.
Examples:
In samba rhythm. Irregular heart rhythm. He beat out a jazz rhythm on the cajones.
Knick-knack.
A small, decorative ornament or trinket, often with little practical purpose.
Examples:
Knick-knack sale. Handmade knickknacks. The antique shop had a wide selection of knickknacks from different eras.
Sentimental.
Connected with or resulting from someone's emotions, rather than reason or realism.
Examples:
In a sentimental mood. Sentimental damage. Stop being sentimental and always speak the truth.
Unfamiliar.
Not known or recognized, not experienced or encountered before.
Examples:
The unfamiliar surroundings. Around unfamiliar people. She was unfamiliar with the city and got lost while trying to find her way back to the hotel.
Discard.
To throw something away or get rid of something that you no longer wanted or need.
Examples:
Discard old beliefs. Discard the downloaded data. He discarded the old torn shirt and bought a new one.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples:
Assemble your colleagues. Assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Glue.
A sticky substance used for joining things together, a bonding agent made from animal or synthetic materials.
Examples:
Glue stick. Epoxy glue. The carpenter applied glue to the cabinet joints before nailing them together.
Slice.
A flat, often thin, piece of bread, meat, cheese, etc., that has been cut from a larger piece, a wound made by cutting.
Examples:
A slice of the company's revenue. Slice a tomato thin. The children complained because one slice of cake was slightly larger than the other.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Disjointed.
Lacking coherence or connectivity, not flowing smoothly or logically, disconnected or fragmented.
Examples:
Disjointed speech. Disjointed narrative. The disjointed plot of the movie left many viewers needing clarification and satisfaction.
Distort.
To change something's shape, appearance, or sound so that it appears weird or unclear.
Examples:
Distort the facts. Distort the economy. Economists contend that taxes distort consumer behavior in general.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Fragment.
A small piece or part broken off or detached.
Examples:
Fragment of a text. A broken fragment. The archaeologist carefully pieced together the tiny fragments of pottery found at the dig site.
Imaginary.
Existing only in someone's mind.
Examples:
Imaginary number. Imaginary pregnancy. Little children tend to have imaginary friends.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Frightening.
Causing fear or alarm, or very surprising and alarming.
Examples:
Cast frightening eyes. Frightening experience. The news of the pandemic was a frightening reminder of the fragility of human health.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Otherworldly.
Supernatural, other than worldly, not of this world.
Examples:
Otherworldly experience. Otherworldly creature. The otherworldly landscape was filled with strange, glowing plants.
Grace.
A quality of being pleasing, especially in appearance or manner, a temporary exemption, especially an extended period granted as a special favor, a short prayer of thanks before a meal.
Examples:
Say a grace. End of the grace period. The old oak tree stood with grace and majesty in the park's center.
Mend.
To repair or fix something that is broken or damaged.
Examples:
Mend broken relationship. Mend my ways. He mended the torn shirt with a needle and thread.
Healing.
The process of becoming or making somebody or something well again.
Examples:
Natural healing ability. Part of the healing process. Each ancient tribe has its healing traditions.
Triumph.
A great victory or achievement.
Examples:
Triumph of democracy. triumph of the spirit. The team's triumph in the championship resulted from their hard work and dedication.
Harvest.
Yields of plants in a single growing season, the period of the year when gathering occurs on a farm.
Examples:
A scanty harvest. Reap a harvest. During harvest, farmers are incredibly busy.
Collage.
A work of art composed by assembling various materials, such as photographs, newspaper clippings, and other objects, onto a surface, any composition made by combining various distinct elements.
Examples:
Collage art. Digital collage. She made a beautiful collage of photos from her travels to display in her home.
Purge.
To remove or get rid of something, especially that is unwanted or impure.
Examples:
Purge the system. Purge his sins. The government tried to purge corrupt officials from the bureaucracy.
Shred.
To tear or cut something into a small pieces. Noun, a tiny or scarcely detectable amount.
Examples:
Shred paper into little pieces. Shred lettuce for a salad. There is not a shred of evidence that he is guilty.
Excess.
An amount or quantity beyond what is acceptable, expected, or reasonable.
Examples:
Lose excess weight. An excess of exports. The road of access leads to the palace of wisdom.
Clay.
A natural, earthy material that is made up of very small particles of minerals and can be molded when wet and then fired to produce ceramics.
Examples:
Clay animation. Soft clay ground. The sculptor carefully molded the clay into the desired shape.
Sculpture.
The art of creating three-dimensional objects or forms, typically by carving, modeling, or casting in a variety of materials such as stone, wood, metal, or clay.
Examples:
Create sculpture. Abstract sculpture. The ancient Greek sculptures are known for their realism and attention to detail.
Recline.
To lean or lie back in a relaxed or comfortable position.
Examples:
Recline on the sofa. Recline on my side. She reclined her seat and relaxed for the flight.
Branch.
A division of a tree or woody shrub that grows out from the trunk or a main stem, a division of some larger or more complex organization.
Examples:
Branch office. A branch pipe. The branch of the tree had fallen and blocked the road.
Bead.
A small, usually round object made of glass, wood, or plastic that is used for decoration or as part of jewelry.
Examples:
A beautiful bead. Bead curtain. She threaded the beads onto the string to make a necklace.
Shell.
Hard outer covering or case of eggs, nuts, some seeds, and some animals.
Examples:
An egg shell. A mollusk shell. The outermost electron shell determines the chemical properties of an atom.
Weave.
To make cloth, a carpet, a basket, etc., by repeatedly crossing a single thread through two sets of long threads at a right angle to them.
Examples:
Weave on a loom. Weave a story. The girl weaves a garland for her friend.
Soil.
The top layer of earth in which plants grow.
Examples:
Soils retentive of moisture. Parched soil. Soil moisture is another significant component controlling soil respiration.
Sculpt.
To create a work of art by carving, casting, or other shaping techniques.
Examples:
Sculpt an image. Sculpt prototype. He spent hours every day sculpting figures out of clay.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
Giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Memento.
An object or item that serves to remind someone of a person, event, or experience, a keepsake or souvenir.
Examples:
Symbolic memento. A small memento. The photo album was filled with mementos from their trip around the world.
Arch.
A curved structure with two supports that holds the weight of something above it, such as a bridge or the upper part of a building.
Examples:
The arch of a person's foot. An arch-shaped stone structure. The arch bears the weight of the overhead bridge.
Fracture.
The breaking or cracking of a rigid material or object, such as bone.
Examples:
Fracture test. Risk of bone fractures. X-ray inspection revealed many fractures.
Remake.
To create a new version of a work of art, such as a film, song, or play, using the same or similar material as the original. To adapt or update something for a new audience or purpose. Noun, a new version or adaptation of a previously existing movie, song, TV show, or other creative work.
Examples:
Video game remake. Remake song. The director plans to remake the classic movie with a modern twist.
Mud.
A soft, wet, sticky earth or clay.
Examples:
Mud wall. Mud volcano. The mud of the swamp made it difficult to walk through the field.
Portrait.
A painting, picture, the likeness of a person, especially one showing the face.
Examples:
A portrait painter. Portrait of a well-known figure. A well-known artist painted this lovely lady's portrait.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Diversity.
The quality or fact of many different types of things or people being included in something, a range of different things or people.
Examples:
The diversity policy of the university. Lingual diversity. He was impressed by the range and diversity of the collection.
Particle.
A small piece of something, a word or piece of a term with grammatical function, but little or no significance.
Examples:
Charged particle. Particle energy. We can calculate the position of the particles statistically.
Continent.
One of the Earth's large landmasses. Adjective, abstaining from your feelings, especially your desire to have sex.
Examples:
The inland of a continent. Continent urinary diversion. Flight across the continent was a daring adventure in its day.
Anthill.
A mound or hill made by a colony of ants, often as a nest or shelter, which can vary in size and shape depending on the species of ant and the surrounding environment.
Examples:
Anthill colony. Anthill on the trail. The ants were busy building an anthill in the garden.
Coral.
A rock-like substance created in the sea by groupings of specific types of small animals, commonly used in jewelry.
Examples:
Coral island. Coral ornament. She is wearing a coral necklace.
Reef.
A long chain or range of rocks or sand near the ocean's surface.
Examples:
Barrier reef. Coral reefs. The vessel ran aground on a reef.
Rift.
A break or fissure in a relationship, organization, or physical structure, a large crack in the ground, rock, or other surfaces.
Examples:
Rift between friends. Geological rift. Their disagreement caused a rift in their friendship.
Valley.
A long depression on the surface of the land, which typically contains a river.
Examples:
Valley bottom. Basin-shaped valley. The valley had received a mild snowfall the previous week.
Elaborate.
Containing a lot of carefully prepared and organized or many complicated and detailed parts.
Examples:
An elaborate hat. Elaborate Ponzi scheme. He proposed an elaborate program of public works.
Steady.
Firmly fixed, supported, or balanced, not shaking or moving.
Examples:
Steady increase. Take a steady job. The patient's vital signs are steady, indicating a stable condition.
Reconnect.
To connect again after a break or interruption.
Examples:
Reconnect a telephone. Reconnect with family. After a long period of estrangement, they reconnected with each other.
Conjure.
To call forth by magic, to create or bring about through the imagination.
Examples:
Conjure evil spirits away. Conjure a vision. The magician conjured up a rabbit out of thin air.
Supernatural.
Of or relating to existence outside the natural world, not able to be explained by natural laws.
Examples:
Supernatural beings. Supernatural intuition. The supernatural powers of the witch were the stuff of legends.
Bronze.
A dark red-brown metal that is created by combining copper and tin.
Examples:
Win bronze. Bronze coin. The statue is made of bronze.
Shiny.
Reflecting light and having a bright and smooth surface.
Examples:
Shiny surface. Shiny object. The shiny new car drew everyone's attention as it drove by.
Mythical.
Based on or related to myths, legends, or folklore, existing only in tales or in the imagination.
Examples:
Mythical heroes. Mythical world. Many cultures have their mythical creatures and legends.
Law.
Traditional knowledge, stories, or beliefs often passed down through oral tradition, a body of knowledge or tradition that is often considered to be mythological or legendary in nature.
Examples:
Military lore. Mythological lore. The village's lore passed down stories of their ancestors and their traditions.
Delight.
A feeling of great pleasure or happiness.
Examples:
A tremor of delight. With delight. The delight on the child's faces when they received the toy was priceless.
Instruct.
To teach someone practical skills or knowledge. To formally order or tell someone to do something.
Examples.
Instruct a student. Instruct a computer. The facility manager instructed the security guards to be on high alert.
Destroy.
To ruin or damage severely or completely, to eradicate or eliminate completely.
Examples.
Destroy the ecosystem. Destroyed evidence. The building was destroyed in the fire and had to be rebuilt.
Goddess.
A female god, especially in ancient mythology, a woman who is worshipped or adored.
Examples.
A goddess of beauty. Winged goddess of victory. The festival was held in honor of the harvest goddess.
Mystical.
Relating to or characterized by spiritual powers, beyond ordinary understanding.
Examples.
Mystical intuition. Mystical belief. While meditating, he had a mystical experience and felt a sense of unity with the universe.
Crocodile.
A large, carnivorous reptile with powerful jaws and a long, scaly body, native to tropical regions and often found in rivers and freshwater habitats.
Examples.
Crocodile hide. Saltwater crocodile. The crocodile attack left the villagers in a state of shock and fear.
Stripe.
A long, narrow band of a different color or texture than the surface on which it appears.
Examples.
A white stripe. Stripe texture. The plates have a blue stripe around the edge.
Metropolitan.
Of or relating to a large city or a city that is considered to be the cultural or economic center of a region or country.
Examples.
Major metropolitan area. Metropolitan city. The city is a true metropolitan, with a diverse population and bustling streets.
Invite.
To ask someone to come or join, to offer an opportunity or possibility for something to happen or take place.
Examples.
Invite guests. Invite criticism. We want to invite you to our annual charity event.
Commission.
A formal instruction, command, or request given to a person or group, an official group of people entrusted by a government or other official body to control or enforce something.
Examples.
Commission appointed by the government. The commission of murder. She gets a commission on each contract.
Facade.
The face or front of a building, especially a large one, superficial or false appearance intended to conceal something unpleasant.
Examples:
the outside facade of a castle. Facade of wealth. A gentle facade concealed his powerfulness.
Niche.
A specialized role or position that a species occupies within an ecosystem, a job or position particularly well suited to the person who occupies it.
Examples:
niche market. Every niche of society. The species occupies a unique niche in the ecosystem as a top predator.
Deity.
A divine being or god worshipped and revered by people in a particular religion or culture.
Examples:
existence of a deity. Deity of commerce. The ancient Egyptians believed that the sun deity Ra was the most powerful god.
Crown.
A circular ornamental headdress worn as a symbol of authority by a king, usually made of gold and precious stones.
Examples:
the imperial crown. The crown and throne. The bishop bestowed the golden crown on the king.
Ripple.
A small wave on the surface of a liquid, typically caused by an object falling into it or a slight wind.
Examples:
a ripple of laughter. Ripple in the water. Many businesses felt the ripple effect of the economy's decline.
Garment.
A piece of clothing, such as a dress, coat, or shirt.
Examples:
garment industry. Silk garment. She hung the wet garment on the clothesline to dry.
Disk.
A flat, circular plate, typically made of metal, glass, or plastic, used for storing data or playing music.
Examples:
disk drive. Disk space. The computer's hard disk was full, so she had to delete some files.
Radiant.
Emitting light or heat, shining brightly.
Examples:
radiant smile. Radiant light. She looked radiant on her wedding day.
Circular.
Shaped like a circle, having a round form.
Examples:
circular economy. Non-circular orbit. The circular shape of the planet makes it difficult to determine which direction is north.
Beam.
A long, sturdy piece of timber, metal, or other material used to support a structure or span a distance, a ray or stream of light emitted by a source.
Examples:
beam of light. A structural beam of a building. The sun's beam shone through the window and illuminated the room.
Forehead.
The part of the face above the eyebrows and below the hairline, the upper part of the face that extends from the eyes to the hairline.
Examples:
Forehead wrinkles. Kiss on the forehead. The athlete had sweat dripping down her forehead after the intense workout.
Tranquility.
A state of calmness or peacefulness, absence of agitation, disturbance, or turbulence, a peaceful or serene environment.
Examples:
The tranquility of the environment. Feeling of tranquility. She found tranquility by meditating in the garden.
Dignity.
The quality of being worthy of esteem or respect, high office or rank or station.
Examples:
Respect for human dignity. Retain everyone's dignity. The failure destroyed his trust and personal dignity.
Divine.
Of, from, or like a god, holy or sacred.
Examples:
Divine intervention. Divine grace. The view from the mountaintop was truly divine.
Descend.
To move downward and lower, to come from or to be connected by a relationship of blood.
Examples:
Descend a steep hill. Descend by elevator. She was descended from an old Italian noble family.
Pandemic.
An outbreak of a disease that affects many people over a very wide area.
Examples:
Flu pandemic. Global pandemic. They fear a pandemic of a new type of virus.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Serene.
Calm, peaceful, and untroubled, free from disturbances or worries.
Examples:
Serene landscape. A serene atmosphere. The serene sunset over the ocean was a peaceful sight to behold.
Calm.
Not excited, angry, or nervous, free from wind, large waves.
Examples:
Calm sea. Calm manner. It was the first time in a long time that I felt truly calm and at peace.
Permit.
To allow for something to happen or be done, noun, the act of giving a formal, usually written, authorization.
Examples:
Permit application. Work permit. The teacher will not permit any students to leave the classroom early.
Examine.
To study or consider a person or object attentively and thoroughly to learn something about them.
Examples:
Examine the data studiously. Examine the issue. Initially, we must examine all project-related expenses.
Distance.
The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
Driving distance, social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Desperately.
In a way that shows a lack of hope and a willingness to do anything because of the problematic situation, with great urgency.
Examples:
Desperately anxious, desperately ill patient. The baby clung desperately to her mother.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things, to narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship, to empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story, relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Vessel.
A ship or large boat.
Examples:
Blood vessels, naval vessels. The vessel arrived in port the following day.
Shore.
The land along the edge of a sea, lake, broad river, or other large body of water. Verb, to support by placing against something solid or rigid.
Examples:
A sandy shore. Shore up demand. The waves are beating against the shore.
Trace.
To find or discover someone or something that was lost.
Examples:
Trace a telephone call. Trace back to medieval times. Let's trace the origins of some familiar foreign words.
Empower.
To give someone the power or authority to do something.
Examples:
Empower my life. Empower the secretary to do the same. The company empowered employees to buy low-price items without approval to achieve efficient purchasing.
Origin.
The first existence or beginning of something.
Examples:
Origin of all humankind. A manuscript of uncertain origin. There are various hypotheses concerning the origin of life.